All right, you guys, we are back. This is May Day, Friday, May the 1st, 2020. I am your host, Chi-Town Zone. We got an amazing conversation going on here. I hope they don't mind.
But Biden actually had reports back in the day against him from this woman and her mother. There's more people coming out against Biden now. And number one, he can't even perform sentences. How is he going to?
Exactly. Exactly.
She doesn't even know what day it is.
Exactly. He doesn't even know the difference between. He doesn't even know the difference between his sister and his daughter and his wife, for crying out loud.
I'll tell you what, Pritzker is the biggest hypocrite I've seen. You have to stay indoors. Yet your daughter and your son and your wife can go to Florida.
Well, and they're in a $1 million
Exactly.
mansion,
Yeah.
which is
Exactly.
Ron DeSantis, praise God,
Yeah.
who is a Republican governor who could have had worse off numbers than New York, turned everything around, is opening up his freaking state.
That's
just the way it
that's
is.
what-
And then look what
taking
happened.
care of the population that matters the most, the older, the seniors. Look, you could look no further than you go back to those freaking home care. The home
Exactly.
care
And they're looking at Nancy
And
Pelosi.
the government failed them long before
And
this
they're-
shit came in.
Exactly, and they're looking at Nancy Pelosi. What was a couple days ago? She was on video. She was on a talk show host or whatever. She's in her $1,000,000-something mansion, probably surrounded by walls.
$22,000, 2 refrigerators,
Yes,
$13 pint
bragging
ice
about
cream.
her ice cream.
My
Exactly,
grandmother,
exactly.
who said there was a cure for cancer. She worked at a Chicago hospital and overheard there was a cure for cancer. She's in hospice, going into hospice later today because she has lung cancer and COPD. Don't tell me there's no cure for lung cancer, because there's a cure for
There
cancer.
is, there is.
There's no profit in life.
They just want to keep you on
Benjamin's
the
following
exactly.
it,
They
following
want to
it.
keep you poisoned so the doctors can.
Yeah.
Go
And
back
you know
to-
what? These celebrities, they say we're in this together. No, you live in a multi-million-dollar house. You got a 10-square pool. We are not in this together. I rely on the money, and they're saying, well, you're getting paid by the government. I don't want to get paid by the government. I
Exactly.
want to work for my damn money.
Exactly.
I wasn't-
Exactly.
I filed for unemployment in the beginning, in the middle
I just
of
got mine.
March. I just got mine.
Yeah.
Right.
I just got. What did Pritzker do with all that money that he had sitting in the bank
it in
all
his
the time?
pocket.
Put it in his pocket,
Exactly.
paid his
Yeah.
cronies,
Look-
and made interest off every dime that was in there.
Exactly. What's going on with McCormick Place? Look how much that's costing the taxpayers now. They've only had since they opened up that temporary medical
I'll tell
site.
you what, Miss
They've only
Piggy
had
Drag up there
29.
thinks he knows everything.
They've only had 29 patients so far. 29,
Yeah.
and it's costing us the taxpayers right
Look
now.
at Maine. They had 33 people
Oh, God,
infected,
no,
and
don't
now
get
they have
me
to
started.
close down. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
And Michigan can't buy seats.
Maine's governor is exactly what is going on in any other governor that's still there trying to tell us the same shit. She's as bold as you're locked down forever. There's nothing here, man, going on. Stay
I'll
home.
tell you what,
I
these
would
people-
rise up in that million people. Fuck you.
These people want to call us Nazis.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. We are for guns. We are for freedom of speech. We are for
Yeah.
taxes.
Second.
We are for keeping our money. What gives you are more like Nazis than us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was just that professor.
I can't even hear.
Oh, I apologize, man.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate coming up around.
No, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you, man.
I'm not with you either. We're just. I was just talking. Sorry. Got a little excited.
Apologies, brother.
Because
I don't
my
blame you.
my rights are being trampled.
Right, exactly. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this.
I would.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with these guys. These guys,
I've been.
Have you been?
I've been doxxed by the media multiple times.
Exactly.
That crap.
Yeah, but what was it?
I wish I could.
President Trump even called out Fox News the other day, just recently,
That's hard.
saying that
I love you guys.
that he has no respect for
I love you
Fox
guys
News
so
or whatever, and it's not. There's nothing to hide. Everybody knows that not President Trump, but the media is very biased.
Yeah.
Look at Shepard Smith. That's why he had to step down. He was extremely
The only one who
biased.
doesn't fear the media is Tucker.
Exactly.
On TV.
I like Tucker
Judge
Carlson.
Jeanine and Greg Gutfeld.
Yeah,
They
so-
don't fear
Oh,
anything.
yeah, the Grudge Report, right? I like.
Hannity.
Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't either.
and Dan Bongino also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you have people like what's his name, Chris Wallace and Brett Baer, who kowtow to the
It makes
left all the time.
Right. It kind of makes you think. It really does.
Yeah.
It really
Well,
does.
Did you ever see this documentary on YouTube? It's about how Disney and all these major corporations have dabbled in illegal activities for years, and they're all run by the same group.
Right.
And that's the thing. And Ukraine just liberated a bunch of babies. Ukraine with the Russian FSB just liberated a bunch of babies who were being sold to Chinese men.
Right.
Here's the thing. The world is waking up. And we are getting tired of it, and we will not stand for tyranny.
Exactly.
Nationalism is supposed to be a bad word. How is it a bad word?
Right.
Nationalism is not a bad word.
Exactly.
National socialism is a bad word, but not
Right.
nationalism.
Exactly.
Bingo.
I mean, look I mean, look when everybody was panic buying in March. I mean, how's socialism working for you all now since everybody's in favor of
Look
it?
what's
You know,
going on in Europe. Country after country. Britain was first, now Poland, Hungary. They all want to leave the EU. The EU is dying.
Right.
It's just a matter of time. And what you have is basically a national. People calling these people Nazis because they say they're nationalists. Not at all.
Exactly.
They just want their country back from this globalized control.
Right. Exactly. That's what it's all about. It's all about globalization.
Ding, ding, ding,
Exactly.
ding, ding, ding,
It's
ding, ding,
exactly.
And
One world government, one world
One world currency. Exactly.
one world strategy all
I'm
over.
telling
We
you.
are together in this together.
I said that in a
my
YouTube
friend
video I
who's
did.
Muslim says we should unite with Christians and Jews because it's not only the Jewish and Christian religions that are being tossed out, they're using Muslims for their own agenda. But when they get what they want, religion is going to be out the door. It's atheism.
Exactly.
Let's get back to the
You know, there's a church in Freeport, if I'm not mistaken, just announced this morning via Fox Chicago News, saying that they're suing Pritzker because of the second.
The
Excuse me.
globalists want to destroy all 5 major religions. They
Exactly.
want to be dead. Hindu, Buddhism, Muslim. They hate it. Anything that believes in a higher power.
Where'd you go, brother? I want a sign.
I'm running out of space here.
Love your sign, brother. Trump 2020.
Yeah, freedom.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. You're absolutely right.
So
I agree.
I got myself, and actually I got a better one after what's things have gone on over.
I'm a millennial, and I hate being called a millennial. I'll
Right.
tell you what, my younger cousins that are Generation Z are the most patriotic, most conservative generation I've seen.
I love my country. I'm proud Christian conservative
Yep.
Republican, and I'm never going to stop.
I'm
I
a
would
Christian
never.
constitutionalist. That's
I
the
would.
important thing to me.
I would never. I would never vote for a party that funds that founded
Death.
the KKK founds
Abortion.
death, abortion exactly. And I just can't for the life of me understand why would people vote for a party like
This one
that.
drives me nuts. Look at France. The left and right got together against Macron and the globalists. We need that now. We need to put aside our trivial differences and come together against tyranny. That's
Exactly.
the important thing.
Exactly.
So tyranny.
Come against
tyranny
poverty.
is when you tell people to stay home in their houses.
Exactly.
And for your safety.
Exactly.
If you really care about the people, you protect.
Right.
You protect the people that are sick.
Exactly.
And you quarantine them. You don't quarantine the healthy. That's
I mean,
bullshit.
as I usually say in most of my videos, I lost track of how many times look, I'm not even wearing my mask, and here we are standing less than 6 feet from one another. And especially when everybody's panic buying. They didn't have gloves, they didn't have masks, and look, I mean, I'm fine. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, if you want to consider asthma and bronchitis an underlying health condition, then so be it. But my wife definitely has an underlying health condition,
It should be
and
an option to stay home without penalization. If you want to collect unemployment and stay home, it's an option.
Right.
But the rest of the people should be able to go to work.
Exactly.
Go to the store without having to mask up. Because do you know, by Pritzker doing that, and I wrote Bill Barr, I wrote the Attorney General.
he's good.
He has tried to violate backdoor in our constitutional rights to bear arms by wearing a mask because it violates the state procedure that he can arrest you and you can lose your gun
That's
and
right.
your
Right.
license.
Because you know
And
why?
everything. It's bullshit.
Restaurants have to close.
Backdoor.
Restaurants have to close, but you have to have your food prepared by somebody in a fast food lane that's probably not wearing a mask. And there's 20 people in there,
Exactly.
but you
Or
can't go to
grocery
a restaurant.
stores.
Yes.
Or grocery stores.
Walmarts.
Okay, so I
Right.
want to know is the same people that use recycle bags that didn't wash them that were transporting diseases before they all knew it, and then they banned them, are the same people that are going to use these reusable whatever,
Yeah.
pull it out of their ass, put it on their face, and you don't know?
Exactly.
See, here's the
Sorry.
thing. When they were going to legalize weed, I said no. Because you know why? I'm for weed, 100%.
Right.
But I don't believe the government should have control of it.
Exactly.
They did the same thing with cigarettes.
Just like the
and they
government
screwed
needs
up.
to stay out of the church. Exactly. Like you got separation of church and state. But look what's happening now.
Except
Look
for
what's happening now.
The Constitution.
Yeah.
The government was formed to protect the Constitution.
Right.
Our constitutional rights. That's for the people, by the people.
Well,
This
right.
is the reason why. It's our Constitution. It is for the people.
There's
We
no
are the
saying.
people.
The government should fear its people, not the other way around.
Exactly.
That's 100%.
Exactly.
Because you know what? If our founding fathers were young ages, 20, 19, 18, and 25, I think was the oldest. You know what? They didn't tolerate this. They went and fought back, and we need to do the same thing.
Exactly. The Constitution was written that the American people can defend themselves whenever the government comes in and tries to take over.
And the military takes an oath on it. Protect from enemies both foreign and
domestic. Exactly.
And this is a domestic.
Exactly.
If you don't think this virus was a domestic terroristic plot, release
working with China.
Working with China. You are sadly mistaken.
And I got
sadly
pissed when they started
mistaken.
blaming our military, saying, "Oh, it's the military."
No.
Bullshit.
Exactly.
They're the ones trying to stop this now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
President Trump is doing all that he can to try to stop this right now.
people
And all
complain
they do
about
is
Fauci.
point.
I don't like Fauci either. He's a
Right.
Bill Gates. He works
Yeah.
for
Fauci's been in it since the 80s. Did you
Yeah,
see
'cause
the
he told
woman that
everybody-
he took out who proven therapeutics for cancer back in the 80s. He took her out.
Right.
Look,
Don't even
here's
get me
the thing.
started. Fauci
I believe Trump is keeping them close because keep your friends close and your
And
enemies
enemies
closer.
Closer,
That's
exactly.
How else can you expose a lie if you have everything out there to set them up to prove? They sit there and hang themselves up because everybody will see. If they deny what they see, the blood is their stupidity and blood is on their own hands because you're given a chance to see the truth before their very eyes. If they choose not to see it, that is their
The
problem.
blood's been on the left's hands for years. Ever since the KKK, the blood's
Exactly,
been
the
on the left's hands.
founders.
Abortion has been on blood on the left's hands.
Right.
The left are the most evil dictators in the world right now. They work with all the others like China, Iran.
Exactly.
And you know what? They are making it
'Cause
seem
they
like
want-
Kim Jong-un is dead because Kim Jong-un doesn't like them.
Right.
And he is not dead. South Korea
Exactly,
said
right, because they just said it
and
be
they are
Breitbart.
pissed at Russia because Russia is no longer a Soviet communist regime and they have embraced God and freedom and
Right.
nationalism.
Right.
That's why the left hates them so much.
Exactly.
God was the biggest thing right there.
Yeah.
God is, no
And
matter
look,
where
right,
it is,
look at what
God
happened
is
when President
moving
Trump
around.
met with
He's
Kim
gonna unite
Jong-un.
everything.
Everybody criticized
Yeah.
him, and you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any
See,
sense.
they don't like Kim Jong-un. They want somebody
Right.
who will work with China.
Maybe like his sister?
Well, his sister, here's the thing. His sister,
She's a loaded
They said his
pistol.
sister is something else.
Yeah, I know.
His sister's fine, but his brother is even worse.
Right.
He is very, he will not work for the U.S. The sister said she'll work with Trump.
Right.
I don't know. The media fawned on all over her, and then the media fawns all over somebody.
You have to remember, the media fawns on a lot of people until they turn their back on them.
Well, I know that too,
Exactly.
but still, when you start to fawn, I just don't even.
And I think that Kim Jong-un is basically keeping quiet right now because I think he's giving us a lot of information with people who worked with the evil.
Right.
Because here's the thing, people will say, oh, China and North Korea are on the same side. No, if you know anything about Asian culture, you'll know that all these countries don't like each other, don't get along. Vietnam had a war with China, the Sino-Vietnamese War. They don't like each other. Korea doesn't like China. And again, it has to do with generations and generations back to the old dynasty eras. And see, he stopped filming me because I was basically saying the truth. And I had a teacher from Korea that says, from Korea, Seoul, that said, other nations, we don't like each other in the areas. And look at Vietnam now. That's the reason why they don't want stuff made in Vietnam now. Because you know why? It's going to take away from China. And Vietnam has become very Trump supporting.
What about Taiwan?
Yep.
What about Taiwan? People were they there for
Right.
Wasn't Taiwan the first ones to say something? Oh, they don't recognize them. Taiwan, they don't recognize
Well, I love how when this coronavirus happened, a lot of people who were speaking up against the Chinese government in Hong Kong ended up disappearing. And they're burning the bodies. And look what happened in New York. A
Right.
funeral home had dozens of elderly bodies in the back of a truck.
I read a
don't
story
care
on that
who
this
you are.
morning.
You treat the dead with respect. You don't do that
Exactly.
crap.
I was
How
reading about
the
that this
poor woman
morning.
that had a dead person in her home.
Yeah.
Screaming at de Blasio.
Right.
Blasio is nothing but a little
You
Napoleonic
guys
dictator.
realize
Exactly.
this stuff was
Exactly.
This was here back in Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, this
And the reason why I can honestly say this, where I worked at, we had a virus that swept through in December.
I had it in December.
In December,
Right.
every single one of our where I work went down with it periodically within a certain 2-week period. It was, and they got tested. No flu. No flu.
That's what they said.
No
It wasn't flu.
Right.
No flu.
Yeah, Fauci said treat it like a flu bug at
The World
first.
Health Organization is run by a Marxist.
Right.
As a self-described Marxist, his own people don't even like him.
Right. That's why Trump stopped all the funding. But it was just Biden just recently, the other day, he was on an interview with CBS's 4 in Miami, a legal investigator, where he said that, the investigator asked him, like, if you're elected president, will you restore funding to the World Health Organization? And Biden said, yes, he
Well,
will.
as Biden has been doing dirty dealings all over the world. With
Exactly.
Ukraine and China, all over
Because
the
as
world.
long as he's
So-
benefiting,
so-
that's all that matters. As long as he's benefiting,
I'm going to prove right here, once and for all. Backdoor Joe China has been backdoor Joe
Yeah.
China.
Right.
1986. What happened in 1986, my friends? Anybody know? Ronald Reagan was
Ronald Reagan, yeah.
was president,
Yeah.
second term. What happened? What monumental thing that we are still fighting that they promised?
Trade.
Well, no.
Yep.
19
Manufacturing in China.
Amnesty.
Yeah,
or
that's right.
We would not be having this problem right now had our borders been sealed. Don't even,
exactly.
Well, I tell you what.
And what do the Democrats
86,
advocate for
this
now?
goes all the way back to 86. They promised.
After
They
this-
promised.
And what do the Democrats want
In
now?
the
They want
summer,
open
the
borders.
Democrats promise we're going to work together. We're coming together. So do the Republicans.
Exactly.
It
Trump did
is
say-
both
Yep.
sides. It is deep state. It goes
Right.
all the
It's about
way
good versus
back.
evil. It's not about
Exactly.
No,
I'll tell you what.
versus evil is right.
Trump did say 4th of July is going to be a big day. He
Right.
did say that.
He
And
wants-
you follow QAnon and all.
Right. I do.
Well, Trump actually said 4th of July is going to be a big day. I'm thinking that
Well, Pritzker wants to close everything down.
Bill Barr can open
Right.
it.
You know, what was it? Mayor Lori Lightfoot
Attorney
already
General
canceled
Bill
all
Barr can
major
open it.
events in
Attorney
Chicago.
General Bill Barr said if they keep shutting these places down, I will reopen them with a judicial order.
Well, you can't. You can't keep penny. The executive orders are rights away.
Yeah.
Sorry. No.
Well, Bill Barr wants us open. He does.
Right.
And I'll
Exactly.
tell you this much. I guarantee you. Oh, I don't want to be in the middle. You're not in the middle. I'm good. I don't want to be in the picture. What is it? I think Trump is going to say, hey, we're going to start opening, we're going to start manufacturing stuff here.
Right.
Because he's bought out a bunch of businesses, Trump, already. The government has bought out, and they're going to buy up the oil too, because oil is going to go on a fire sale. Which is going on. He's going to buy it up, and we're going to be the #1 oil producer in the world.
Right.
Trump is right. As soon as this ends, the stock market's going to shoot right back up.
Exactly. It's going to take some time, but I do believe it's going to go back up. It's going to hurt. It's definitely hurting us right now, but I do believe we're going to get back up to where we belong right now. I think it was just yesterday they were reporting. I mean, after the last YouTube video I did about maybe a week ago,
Yeah.
they were reporting 22 million people so far have filed for unemployment. Yesterday, they reported now we're over 30 million people who have filed for unemployment so far. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. It's just sad. Like right now, I'm working. At first, I'm blessed, to be honest with you, because not that I'm trying to be funny or trying to sound prideful or anything, because of the situation right now. But the fact that my manager called me up, I was at a temporary site because I'm what they consider, essential worker, and the fact that my manager called me up, he's like, well, he just called to check on me, see how I was doing, and I had told him about how I had called my site managers a few weeks back, and they had advised me, well, we're going to see what's going on with this, about this rumor that you heard. So they transferred me over to the site manager, and come to find out the other day, after my manager called me, he's like, well, they didn't give you his personal cell phone number, so that's why you weren't able to get a hold of him, because they're only allowing a certain amount of people into the office.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get so close.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was getting
Love the flags.
I was getting the
Love
flag.
the flags. No, you're good. You're good. You are good. And they advised me, well, here, call this cell phone number or whatever. I advised the site manager, well, this is what I had heard, and I'm interested in working. I can't do the stay-at-home order no more. I got to get back to work. So, and here I am. Just yesterday.
So, I'm a licensed massage therapist.
Right.
6 feet,
No, you're good.
right?
Right.
Mask. I can't wear a mask for medical reasons.
Right.
And I want to get it. I would like to see someone try and force one on me, and then I wind up
Right, exactly.
in a
I mean, as I said
in
in
an asthmatic episode,
Right.
being hospitalized.
right, because I do.
Because that will happen.
Right, I do suffer from asthma to the point, but it's not to the point where I ever had to need a pump for it or anything like that. but I suffer from bronchitis also, which, as I was telling this gentleman here, they could probably consider it an underlying health condition, but I lost track how many times I have been to local
You know,
grocery
it's your choice
stores.
if you have underlying conditions,
Exactly.
if you want to go out and do it.
Exactly.
It is your choice. It is my choice.
Right,
It
it's
is
my choice.
what I want to do with my body.
Right.
Just like it is their choice if they want to abort the child
Exactly.
right now. And that's
If I want to wear this, I'm going to wear it. If I don't want to. I mean, you can't force it on everybody like this individual here. I mean, they want to wear a mask, there's no problem with that. If you don't want to, I don't got any problem with that either. But anyways, everyone, I'm running out of time here, so we're going to cut this video a little short. But with that being said, everyone, God bless, and please do stay tuned.
we get.